Listen and practice. Chapter 10, Parts 2. Learn English with knowledge. Let's learn. Carbon dioxide, water vapor, and other gases, nitrogen, oxygens, compositions of air. Three compositions: nitrogen, oxygens, carbon dioxide, vapor, and other gases. Variations in the compositions of air from place to place. We see that air contains mostly nitrogen, oxygen. In fact, these two gases together make up 99% of air. The remaining 1% is constituted by the carbon dioxide and few other gases and water vapor. Figure 11.9. How does oxygen become available? How does oxygen become available or animals and plants living in water or soil? Activity: take some water in glass or metal container. Heat it slowly on tripod stand. Well before that water begins to boil, look carefully at the inner surface of the container. Do you see the tiny bubbles of the inside? These bubbles come from the air dissolved in water. When you heat the water to begin with, the air dissolved in escape. As you continue heating, the water in itself turns into vapor and finally begin to boil. We learn chapters 5 and 6 that the animals living in water use the dissolved oxygen in water. The organism that lives in soil also need oxygen to repair. Is not it? How do they get the air they need for respirations? Activity 6. Take a lump of dry soil in a beaker or glass. Add water to it and note what happens. Do you see bubbles coming out from the soil? These bubbles indicate the presence of air in the soil. When the water is poured on the lump of soil, it displaces the air which is seen in the form of bubbles. The organism that lives inside the soil and the plant root respire in the air. A lot. Soil has air in it. Our burrows and holes and are formed in deep soil by the animals living in the soil. These burrows also make space available for air to move in and out of the soil. However, when it rains heavily, water fills up all the space occupied by the air in the soil. In these situations, animals living in the soil have to come out for respirations. Could this be reasons why earthworms come out of the soil only during heavy rains? Have you ever wondered why all the oxygens of atmosphere does not get used by through large number of organisms are consuming it? Who is referring the oxygens in the atmosphere? How is the oxygens in the atmosphere replaced? In chapter 4, we read about the photosynthesis. In this process, plants make their own food and oxygens is produced along with it. Plants also consume oxygens for respirations, but they produce more of it than they consume. That is why we say plants produce oxygen. It is obvious that animals cannot live without plant. The balance of oxygen and carbon dioxide in the atmosphere it maintained through the respirations in plant and animals and by the photosynthesis in plant. This show the interdependence of plants and animals. We can now appreciate how important air is for life on earth. Are there any other uses of air? Have you heard about a windmill? Look at figure 11.12. Windmill. The wind makes the windmill rotate. The windmill is used to draw water from tubules and to run four mills. Windmills are also used to generate electricity. Air helps in the movement of the sailing yachts and glitters. Parachutes and the aeroplane, birds, bat, and insect can fly due to the presence of air. Air also help in the dispersal of seed and pollen of flowers of several plants. Air play an important role in water cycle. Thank you for watching. Keywords: atmosphere, carbon dioxide, compositions of air, oxygen, nitrogen, smoke, and windmill. Summary: air is found everywhere. We cannot see air, but we can feel it. Air is motion, is called wind. Air occupies space. Air is present in water and soil. Air is mixture of nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, water vapor, and few other gases. Some dust particles may also be present in it. Oxygen support burning and is necessary for living organism. The envelope of air that surrounds the earth is known as the atmosphere. ये बोलूं Aquatic animals are dissolved air in water for respirations. Plant animals depend on each other for exchange oxygen and carbon dioxide from air.